Welcome guys, this is Ola from Stop Me O channel, back with a bunch of Life is Strange news and Life is Strange 2 predictions. Now there's not too many news when it comes to Life is Strange franchise overall, that's why I sort of combined that video with Life is Strange 2 episode 3 predictions. Before we jump right into it, remember to subscribe for more Life is Strange and other games theories. And gameplays, of course. Without further ado, first news that I wanted to share is something that you probably all know. So Life is Strange released all release dates when it comes to Life is Strange 2. Episode 3 will be released on 9th of May, Episode 4 on 22nd of August, and Episode 5 on the 3rd of December. Which means that there will be a whole year, more than a year actually, a year and a couple of months between episode 1 and episode 5. That's such a long time. Many people are complaining about it actually, and I sort of see their point. I mean, personally, if I have to wait for an episode and then the episode will be actually great or better than it would be if they released it sooner, I don't mind, but it just seems like there's a couple of months between each episode. That's more than there were between episodes in Life is Strange, the original game. It kind of feels like I'm sort of losing interest because there's such a long time in between. And I do think about the next episode soon after the previous episode was released, and I am interested in the next episode's plot as well. But I'm not as hyped, and it's not the game's fault. It's just that I really would prefer to wait a bit less just for the sake of it. Like, I totally understand where they're coming from. Like, they started to release these small videos, short videos on their channel. They're trying to involve the community in the process, the game making process. They shared the information that they added some scenes with like Kate in the original game because the fans liked her so much. That's pretty nice that they're trying to listen to us. At the same time, one might feel that maybe they don't actually have a strong idea of their own, like they're trying to listen to what we want, and that's nice, but at the same time it makes you wonder if they have a clear vision of where they're going. That's not important. The important thing is we know when the episodes will be out, and episode 3 will be out in like 20 days from now, so that's coming soon on my channel. Hopefully I'll be able to get some early access for that, so yeah, stay tuned and we'll see how that goes. Episode 3 title. My theory didn't work out. Lately I started to wonder if my theories make sense at all because I had a bunch of theories when it comes to Life is Strange, the original game. It's just that sometimes they just don't work out really, or my predictions. Like, many predictions did work out, but then many didn't. And when it comes to episode 3, my prediction was a failure. I thought that all these episodes would start with a letter R and finish with a letter S. I mean the episode's titles. So my idea for episode 3 titles was, what was it? Rebels. So because the episode 1's title was Rose, then episode 2 title was Rules. Rebels made so much sense. I don't understand why they didn't go with Rebels. I don't know, but okay. I just feel like my idea was better. No, I'm kidding, with all due respect. I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to stick to episode title starting with an R without any good reason. But Rebels would fit, because this is what we're going to focus on when it comes to episode's plot. But yeah, but I'll get to that. Wastelands, that's the title of the episode. We kind of know what's going to happen in that episode, sort of, like the general plot, so I'll get to that. But before episode 3 predictions, let's discuss the comic books. This is another news that I wanted to share. I'm sure you know all these. As I said, there's not too many important things, but there are some. Life is Strange comic book. So the Life is Strange comic book franchise, if you don't know, they're actually following one of the game's endings, the original game's endings, like Chloe alive, Chloe dead. At this point, it's a bit vague. Like, it's not necessarily one of these endings. Perhaps it's like a third thing, like a thing of its own. They're really good. 4 issues were already released. They're pretty nice. Covers are beautiful. and the spirit of the original game is there. So if you miss Max and Chloe, if you miss them, then you should buy these comics. They're not too expensive. You can get them at forbiddenplanet.com and your local comic stores pretty much. You can find, I'm gonna leave the links in the description so you can check these out. This was meant to be like a closed sagas, was meant to be a 4-issue saga. 4 issues were already out, but since they were selling out like crazy and so many people were interested in those and wanted to get those, I've been giving them away on my channel actually during the December Strange project. Since it was such a big hit, they decided to continue. And that makes a lot of sense because these comic books, they were quite short, so they didn't fit in a lot of plot in these pages. And there's still so many things that I guess would have to be explained. So personally, I am thrilled to hear that this is now an ongoing series. And actually in May, I think it was like end of May, they will release the next issue, so 5th issue, and if you check out forbiddenplanet.com, you can check out the covers for it. Emma VHO is responsible for the plot, and then Claudia Leonardi, along with Andrea Izzo, they're responsible for the game's graphics and colors. Cover for the next issue, the issue number 5, it's amazing. I really like these colors. It feels vibrant and intriguing. So we can see Max and butterflies, and yeah, I don't know where I read it, but the plot is pretty much there. I know that Rachel will be there, so something for the MBPlayz part of the fandom as well, not only Max and Chloe. So we will be continuing that story. I'm very happy to see that it's happening. You can also see that issue number 6 is already available for pre-order, and on that cover you can actually see Rachel as well. So this is, I guess it's safe to say, this is like an alternate reality sort of a thing, and that's pretty nice. It's pretty interesting. Now, when it comes to episode 3, Wastelands, it will be out, as I said, in about 20 days, and the plot summary is pretty much available. And it says that Sean and Daniel Diaz's journey to Mexico continues in episode 3, a few months after the events in episode 2 and the boys' escape from Beaver Creek. The brothers experience life on the fringes of society as they befriend a close-knit community of drifters and runaways and become embroiled in the illegal cannabis trade among the towering redwood forests of California. Sean and Daniel's resolve is put to the test once again as new relationships create friction between them, and they both learn much about who they are as individuals. Uncertain about their once united purpose, can they stay together, or will they journey together and here? Now obviously they will stay together, I think so. I don't think we can abandon Daniel in episode 3, although I would probably, if I could, I probably would. No, I'm kidding, he's okay. I'm just not that big of a fan of kids in games. Except for Ellie and Clementine, I love them. They also released this teaser already a couple of days ago, actually, so if you have a look.
Who knew this little tree market snowflake would end up here? With us misfits. So, how do you feel?
I actually feel free next to you.
And of course we were able to glance into the episode by the end of the previous episode, so usually there's a small scene, like an after credits scene, and thanks to that we found out that we will meet Cassidy again. Now Cassidy is the girl that we met during the Christmas market, that exposed us, so because someone noticed us over there and they notified the police. The police came over, we had to run away. We left our grandparents' house and I think what we're going to do is do the whole train hopping thing, like Cassidy and Finn, was it? Yeah, we met both of them, but we only spoke to Cassidy. Like, I don't know about you, but I actually liked her a lot. Many people say that she's like Chloe, but I don't actually think so. I don't think she's like Chloe. I mean, I do see where you're coming from, obviously. They're both the rebellious type of a person, but it seems like Cassidy might be coming from a stronger background, so to speak. What I mean is that if William was alive, then Chloe would be totally fine. Maybe Cassidy never even had that chance, sort of. If you have a look even at their friends, like Cassidy is friends with misfits like Finn, and she's train hopping and such. Chloe was friends with Rachel and Max, both girls from, good homes, sort of. What I'm trying to say is maybe Cassidy never had a choice when it comes to who she's becoming, and Chloe perhaps did choose it, sort of. I don't even know if I'm making sense. I hope I am, yeah. But I'm happy that I will see her again, because I did find her interesting. I think she's a very cool character. I'm not sure about Finn. It's interesting that they said that they will both, so Sean and Daniel will both learn about who they are as individuals. Well, episode 1 was focused on running away, of course, and it was more like setting the tone of the entire game. Like, they had to figure out where to sleep, what to eat, where to get money from, and where they're going, pretty much, things like that. Episode 2, we found bits of peace and comfort with our grandparents in their home. Many people complained that not too many things were happening, but to me it felt okay, I suppose. I liked the mellow tone of that episode. Now, it's like it's time to sort of separate Sean and Daniel. Daniel, as you know, he's just a kid, and with these powers, I'm not sure if he's sort of ready to control them. And I don't mean in a physical way. I mostly mean like mentally, because he might use these powers recklessly, and I'm not sure. I don't think he's ready to be left on his own with these powers. Now, Sean, on the other hand, Sean was a kid from a good house, right? Along with Esteban, they were both taking care of Daniel, and he had this friend Lila that was clearly in love with him. I mean, that was obvious. Now Lila's away and he surely misses her, but I think he will sort of move on from her in episode 3. Maybe there will be a chance of a romance, and this, I believe this is something that many fans wanted, along with myself. Like, I do like romance in games. I love to have that choice at least, so it's pretty cool if they introduce us to the option of romancing Cassidy. Many people said that the fact that they will be exploring who they are as individuals also means that that Sean will discover that he's actually bisexual, and it will be possible to romance Finn. I don't know, like I wouldn't mind. I know that many people complain that there's no LGBT issue involved in that second game. I guess it would be interesting, but personally I don't think they will go there. I don't think this will happen. It would be fun, but I'd probably still go with Cassidy option. What's interesting that I will be involved in a cannabis trade, and that might cause some problems. Like, we are runaways anyway, right? We're running away from the police anyway. We have to be hiding, so I guess staying with misfits, train hoppers, fits our needs, because we need to be hiding and they're hiding. I'm not sure what the dynamics will be. Like, will Daniel be against the cannabis trade or whatever? Will Sean be against Daniel getting involved in all of that? But based on that small sneak peek by the end of episode 2, I don't think Sean really had a big problem with Daniel being there, and I think we'll have a chance of smoking weed. Like, we know that Sean's smoking cigarettes, depending on your choice. Now he'll be able to smoke weed. Maybe he needs that type of relax in his life as well. Personally, I'm not opposed. Like, it's okay. Like, if he wants to do it, then he wants to do it. It's really cool because all these episodes have a different tone, because as I said, episode 1 was more of a, tone setting, runaway kind of a thing. Now episode 2 was more like a family episode. Episode 3 will be more of a rebellious episode. We'll be exploring the misfits type of community, and that's really nice. Like, the question is, we'll be in California. Will we meet Max and Chloe there? I think they were heading towards California or Seattle. Maybe they decided to go for California, like Rachel and Chloe always planned. I read this interview with the game's developers lately, and they did say that they do want to bring in the spirit of the first game occasionally, but they don't really want to have it like dominate the game. That's why I don't think Max and Chloe will be playing a crucial role in the game's plot. Like, if they appear, then we'll meet them briefly, but it won't be a big episode. They won't be there with the Misfits community. It's interesting because we'll get to see Daniel's dynamics with that group. We'll get to see Sean's dynamics with Cassidy and Finn, and then we'll probably have to flee again. We'll probably have to run away again, possibly because of a police raid or something. Like, it's a cannabis trade, so we'll be sort of exposed to that kind of danger. Yeah, like, I've been discussing episodes episode 3 achievements in one of my previous videos. Of course, they're collectible achievements, so they're not actually like indicators of plot. I did that analysis with episodes 2 achievements, and I was correct with some of those predictions, but they weren't really indicators of a plot. Like, in a way they were, like, we knew that we would explore our mother's house, but that was sort of given anyway because we were in our mother's house pretty much. These achievements are the Dharma bombs, train of thought, like we'll be hopping trains most probably, 0 hugs given. We might be having a fight or something with Daniel, but then again, it's still a collectible achievement. Green thumbs, obviously the little icon right there indicates what it says. Dancing days. Now, dancing days, interesting. We might be dancing. Wait, I think dancing days was a song. I think I discussed that in the previous video. One of us, not certain about that one actually. Lost Boys Chronicles and American Graffiti. Now, what's important is the final achievements. Adrift. Finish episode 3. Adrift. Do you think we'll have to use water somehow and run away on a ship or something? Oh, maybe this will be like a Noah's Ark metaphor. If you analyze the achievements for episode 4, clearly it states that we will be involved in a religious organization. I'm not sure which one, if it will be like a church or like a sect of a sort, but there's so many achievements, religious achievements, and they released this behind the scenes video. Obviously all the screens that they were working on, they were blurred out, but you can sort of notice that they were working on something, and there is a cross right over there. That's pretty much obvious that there will be something like that going on in episode 4. The question is, how will we get there? Now, the drift gives you an indication it will be by water. Now, I'm not really certain. What's your idea about episode 3? I think we'll just be hanging out with Cassidy and Finn. Might get edgy at a certain point because of the cannabis trade. We will probably have a fight with Daniel. Daniel will probably want to sort of rebel. Maybe we'll get a choice, but I doubt that the choice will be as big as leaving Daniel behind. Another piece of news is that you can now buy episodes separately, and that's something that was requested. Many fans were pissed off that they weren't able to buy these episodes separately. It was only a bundle. The only thing available was bundle, and since that game is twice as expensive as the original Life is Strange, I think it's understandable that many people couldn't afford it, or like perhaps weren't too certain after episode 1, didn't want to spend their money. I just realized something. I saw a notification on my phone. What is that? Something about episode 3. Oh, there's another teaser. Would you look at that? Wow, I'm recording the video. Wow, let's watch that then.
This is it? Yeah, it looks like a nettle field.
Okay, that's nothing. They pretty much re-released the sneak peek, the same one that we were able to see by the end of episode 2. I don't know why they're doing it. They're posting so many things that don't really present anything new. But okay, like if this is what they have to do, well, this is what they have to do. And now I don't even remember what I was talking about. Episodes, you can buy them separately now. So if you want to just try it out, if you just want to buy episode 3 and see where it takes us, then you now can. Okay, that's pretty much it. I realized that perhaps I didn't actually offer too many theories when it comes to the plot, but I do feel like we'll be hanging around with Finn and Cassidy during a cannabis trade. This will expose us to police yet again. There will be some romance involved, and I'm excited to see Cassidy, but we will be back with a reaction video when they release a trailer for that episode. That should happen a couple of days before the actual episode. So I'll see you then. Remember to drop a like, remember to subscribe, check out my gameplays, check out my other freer videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. This is Ola from Stop Me Oh channel. Oh, also, if you want me to discuss anything, like Life is Strange or Life is Strange 2 related possibly, then leave a comment and let me know, and I'll think about it. Thank you again, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.